This is S. Pravalika, Assistant Professor, Department of AML, Aditya University. And in today's lecture, we are going to discuss regarding adaptive software development. So let us go with the today's session. At the end of this lecture, the student will be able to explain about adaptive software development, which is nothing but ASD. So, adaptive software development. Adaptive software development is the method to build complex software and systems. So, the next one. ASD focuses on human collaboration and self-organization. So, it mainly focuses on collaboration of humans. So, collaboration of humans in the sense, here it is involving the team collaboration as well as self-organization, where the teams are self-able to do the things on their own. Next one. ASD is a software development methodology that emphasizes adaptability to respond to the changing requirements and environments. So, adaptability to respond to the changing requirements and environments. So, it was a methodology which focuses on adaptability, where we are able to respond to the changes and requirements. So, whatever requirements that were requested by the customer, or else whatever the changes that were required by the customer, we need to accept those changes and we need to get ready to respond to the requests or else to the requirements what the customer has asked. Next one. It focuses on continuous learning and is considered a part of agile software development. So, it mainly focuses on continuous learning and it was considered as a part of agile software development. So, this is regarding the adaptive software development. It is having the 5 principles. In that 5 principles, the first one is iterative development. So, what is this iterative development deals with? ASD breaks down the project into small, manageable iterations, delivering incremental values. So, breaks down the project into small, manageable iterations, delivering incremental values. So, project into small in the sense, breaking down the project into smaller modules, where we are able to work on the modules, as well as manageable iterations. So, where we can manage the iterative process, at the same time delivering the incremental values. So, delivering the things one after another. So, it breaks down the project into small, manageable iterations, deliverable incremental values. So, the next principle is risk management. So, ASD involves identifying, addressing risk early in the development process. So, it involves identifying and addressing the risk. So, it identifies as well as it addresses the risk in the early stages of the development process. So, the next one is continuous development. It integrates testing throughout the development process to ensure high quality outcomes. So, mainly it focuses on testing throughout the development process. So, continuous testing, focusing on the testing continuously in each and every development phase to ensure the high quality outcomes. To have a high quality outcomes, it is mainly focusing on the continuous testing process. So, the next one, decentralized control. It encourages decision making at the team level instead of relying on the top-down directives. So, mainly it encourages the decision making at the team level. So, for example, they are doing some development, or else they are going on some testing, or else they are going on some requirements, or else they are just discussing some regarding some design. So, whatever it might be, what it encourages is simply it encourages the decision making at the team level. So, within the team level, it supports to have a better decision making rather than depending on the top down directives. So, from the top notch towards the down perspectives, it was not for waiting for them. It simply gives, or else it simply encourages the teams to have the decision making part. So, the next one is customer satisfaction. It prioritizes customer satisfaction by delivering the products that meet their needs and expectations. So, prioritizing customer satisfaction. Do the customer satisfied with the delivered products or not? Is the customer expected things and the delivered product matches? Whether the project whatever developed and delivered is up to the customer needs and expectations or not. So, mainly focusing on the customer expectation. So, these were the 5 principles that were existing in adaptive software development. So, the next one, phases involved in the adaptive software process. So, adaptive software process life cycle incorporates 3 phases. So, mainly it incorporates 3 phases. The first phase is speculation, second one collaboration, third one learning. So the three phases: 1 speculation, 2 collaboration, and 3 learning. So let us see in detail about them. So first one, speculation. So in speculation we can see adaptive cycle planning, mission statement, project constraints, basic requirements, time boxed released plans. So completely all these things will be involved in the speculation. And the next one, from speculation we are moving on to the next phase, that is collaboration, where we can also see the requirement gathering and also JAD, which represents the joint application development, and mini specs, so which indicates the mini specifications or the minimum specifications from speculation towards the collaboration. So in collaboration again we can see some more things involved. So that is components implemented, tested focus groups for the feedback, formal technical reviews, and followed by the postmortems. So complete progress after completion of the project includes the postmortems. So from collaboration we are moving to the next phase, that is learning. So in learning we are going to have a release, next one software increment, adjustments for the subsequent cycles. So completely these were the three phases involved in the AST. So speculation, collaboration, followed by learning. So these were the three phases. Let us see in detail about them. So the first phase, speculation. During this phase the project is initiated and planning is conducted. So mainly the project, whatever we are discussing or else what is in terms of discussion, will be initiated and the plan will be conducted here. The project plan uses the project initiation information like project requirements, user needs, customer mission statement, etc. to define the set of release cycles that the project wants. So what happens here is, in this project plan, it uses the project initiation information. So what was the initial information regarding project? So regarding project initial information, in the sense we are going to have the project requirements, what exactly the project requires, and next one, user needs, what exactly the user wants. So is he expecting something bigger than what we are suggesting, or else is he having less expectations, what exactly the user needs. And also customer mission statement. So customer mission statement in the sense what the customer demands or else what is the requirement of the customer, etc. to define a set of release cycles that the project wants. So define a set of release cycles in the sense, so based on this complete analysis they are going to release the set of cycle what exactly the project needs is. So this will be done with the complete phase of speculation. And the second phase is collaboration. So it is a difficult part of ASD as it needs the workers to be motivated. So workers to be motivated in the sense it collaborates communication and teamwork but emphasizes individualism, as individual creativity plays a major role in creative thinking. So when we are just having a collaboration of a team, so definitely what happens, someone, a team lead will be there or else someone, a project lead will be there. He is the one who is guiding of the things. But what here this adaptive software development focuses is, it emphasizes on individualism. So if one is working on a project, so definitely it focuses on their individual creativity, so which leads to the critical thinking and creative thinking in terms of the project. So it mainly emphasizes individualism, as individual creativity will plays a major role in creative thinking. So this is regarding collaboration, which is a difficult part of AST, where the workers needs to be motivated to have their own individual thinking. So the next one is learning. So in this learning, the workers may have an overestimate of their understanding of technology, which may not lead to the desired result. So learning helps the workers to increase their level of understanding of the project. So what happens in this learning? Workers may have an overestimate of their understanding of the technology. So sometimes overestimation of things can lead to undesired results. So what happens is, if the workers are having an overestimation of the technology or else overestimation of their understanding towards technology, definitely we won't get the desired result. So what the learning here focuses is, it helps in the workers to increase their level of understanding towards the project. So what was their perspective as not matters, what they needs to understand regarding the project matters. So it helps the workers to understand their importance, understand their level of working inside the project. So learning helps the workers to increase their level of understanding of the project. And this learning mainly focuses in 3 ways, and this happens in the 3 ways. So first one, focus groups, second one, technical reviews, and third one, project post-mortems. So the learning will be in the 3 ways. So the first one will be the focus groups, second one, technical reviews, third one, project post-mortems. So first one, focus groups, simply they are just assigned with the groups where they are just having the complete knowledge of regarding the projects, and followed by the technical reviews where the things will be discussed regarding in terms of project, followed by project post-mortem. So project post-mortem is completion of the project where they are analyzing how when the project went on, or else what were the flaws that were evolved. So completely discussion regarding the project. So these were the 3 learning process that exist in learning. So at the end of the lecture, the student will be able to explain about what is meant by an adaptive software development. Thank you.